What's good? What's good? What's good? Well, we back on another one. ASAP rocking. They back. Hey, hey, back. They back with another one. Let's jump on into it. Let's jump on into it, man. Tap on in.
Repeat that question and just talk to people.
Thank you. Morning, I'm just going to rewind for a few questions, just to reset the context. We start talking about surveillance videos. Okay. All right. So the sequence surveillance video overlaps video from 1616 East Del Mar with video and audio from 6200 Hollywood Boulevard, correct? Correct. All right. And you agree that 1616 East Del Mar video has no sound?
Correct.
But the video from 6200 Hollywood Boulevard does.
That's right.
So you overlap the videos from each location trying to show when the shot would have occurred during the 1616 East Del Mar.
Correct.
Of course, we on this already. If your overlap is off even by a fraction of a second, the shot would not have occurred during the precise moment shown on the overlap 1616 East Del Mar.
That's right.
And in order to determine when the overlap, in order to determine when to overlap the shot occurred on the 6200 Hollywood Boulevard video with the 1616 East Del Mar video, you need to first figure out when that shot took place in relation to the 1616 East Del Mar video.
Yes.
So you use a visual benchmark for both videos, something that you could see in the surveillance videos from 1616 East Del Mar and 6200 Hollywood Boulevard.
Correct.
And that was the floodlight turning on.
Yes.
And you saw the floodlight turning on in camera 2, and just to be clear, camera 2 is file. The file number that's based on these files was file 18221-716 from 6200 Hollywood Boulevard at 10:17:26 seconds. Now, but even seeing that floodlight in both videos, there would have been only two ways to use that benchmark to determine when to overlap the 1616 East Del Mar video and 6200 Hollywood Boulevard video at the early moment when the shot would have occurred in the 1616 East Del Mar video, correct?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got to be able to
didn't understand.
a lot of words in that question. I'm sorry. Yes. Still learning about this. But even seeing that floodlight in both videos, we'll just discuss that benchmark, that floodlight going on, right?
Okay. Yes, I'm sorry.
But even seeing that floodlight in both videos, there would have only been two ways to use that benchmark floodlight to determine when to overlap the 1616 East Del Mar video and the 6200 Hollywood Boulevard videos at the early moment when the shot would have occurred.
Do you want to close more deals as soon as next week, possibly? Now, when I say more deals, here's what I mean. I mean 2, 3, 4 times what you're doing now, even if you're already doing decent. Let's say that we could show you exactly what to say and ask that would cause your prospects to do all the work and sell themselves rather than you trying to do all the work trying to sell them. So much easier. If we did that, would you actually use it on your next sales calls if we showed you? Now, if you would, then we're going to give you access to a free sales training that you can use. We won't even charge you. It's free for you. Just click the button below and it's yours. I'm Jeremy Miner, founder of 7th Level. Now, during my 17-year sales career, I was in the trenches like you as a rep. I was in 4 completely different industries. I made a bit under $33 million in straight commissions before I retired. Then we started 7th Level. And over the last 3 years, more importantly, we trained tens of thousands of reps just like you who now
On the resale market.
I'm sorry. I think you lost me, sir.
So the two videos, again, the benchmark for that was floodlight.
Correct. What was that benchmark? Yes.
What did you use to determine when to overlap the 1616 East Del Mar video and the 6200 Hollywood Boulevard video?
Yeah, it was just to tell you the videos, looking at the sequence of the floodlight, the individuals on the video running from one point of the camera to the other, just kind of looking at it in sequence over and over. Everything seemed to coincide with the sound from the 6200 camera.
Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think there's 2 methods, and tell me if you use one of these 2. One would have been to rewind both videos simultaneously to the exact moment, right? Or let me rephrase that: to rewind both videos, 6200, 1616, simultaneously the exact amount, 30 seconds, for example, right? Would that be one way?
That would be one way. I mean, anticipating that each individual camera system sometimes has its own time. It doesn't mean they're all automatically set at the first exact second to coincide with each other. But again, roughly looking at the light with the individual persons on those cameras, watching them in sequence, it's the best way I can explain it to you.
Okay. And the other way would have been to determine how much actual time passed on the 6200 Hollywood Boulevard video between the floodlight and the shot heard, and then use that same actual amount of time to rewind the 1616 East Del Mar video, right?
Yes, roughly.
Which of those 2 methodologies did you use?
I think we explored every option. just to try to gauge the best possible, but I can't tell you which one I believe was more accurate than the others. Again, I just looked at the totality of all these things to see that they coincided.
Well, my question really more is, which one did you use? How did you do it?
I mean, I looked at both, but I think the one that stood out more to me was the light, flood light.
I understand, but I'm saying you rewind both videos, the 6200 and 1616, the exact same amount.
I don't recall whether they were running to the exact second, but to the point where it coincided with the sound. And so, yes, I mean, to answer your question, I think roughly yes, about the same time.
Bear with me once. Okay, I'm going to play you a couple clips of it right. When creating the sequence surveillance video, it wasn't an exact science, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, the overlapping was done by hand, right? Correct. In fact, I think that 55 seconds into the sequence surveillance video, you can see that little cursor being moved by hand in the upper right corner. Did you see that?
I don't recall it.
All right, we'll show you. Sure.
What you say this is?
This is people 15, what we're using our. This is people 15 already. We'll use this one for this.
Fifteen was thumb drive.
Okay, just switch it. Use it.
I'm just saying it's 15. That's fine. Download it.
We're using 15 now. Anyway, once we get all this figured out here, at 55 seconds on that video, we're going to see hopefully. See if you can look in the upper right hand corner and you can see that little cursor being moved by hand. The upper right hand corner at 55 seconds. Okay. See that? You see the cursor?
I do.
See those balls over there, those little round things? Did you see it moving around?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that means obviously we move by hand. That's something.
Here's a big secret. Only 17 out of every 100 money managers have done better than the stock market in the last 20 years. That's right.
That would give you an indication of insight.
And as you said, you saw the floodlight turn on in camera 2, which again we identified as file 18221-716 from 6200 Hollywood Boulevard at 10/17/26.
Okay.
And you heard the first shot that on camera 2, different file number, which is 182220214, at an earlier moment, which you believe to be 30 seconds.
My bad, y'all, with all them ads.
Right.
Sorry, your question. The two shots in different.
No, the first shot on camera 2, which was filed 182220214. That's the name of the file.
Okay.
You heard the first shot on camera 2 at an earlier moment, which you believe to be 30 seconds earlier based on the timestamps, right?
Correct.
So you figured the first shot would have occurred 30 seconds earlier in that same surveillance video in actual time.
Sir, I'm not.
Okay.
I understand your question.
Did you? Well, you agree that you said you went back 30 seconds or 30 seconds earlier when you heard that first shot, right?
Again, in comparison to the videos, as far as what the times they reflect. Yes.
And that's 30 seconds earlier than what the first video camera 2 showed.
Correct.
All right. And use that same exact amount of time, 30 seconds, to go back on the 1616 piece of market.
I believe so.
You'd agree if the floodlight turned on less than 30 seconds in actual time after the shot was heard on the 6200 Hollywood Boulevard video. That means you went back too far on the piece of market, right? If the floodlight turned on less than 30 seconds.
Again, sir, this is, I mean, it wasn't an exact science,
No,
but,
I'm not
so I'm not sure about the exact seconds that you're pointing out.
Well, again, you just
Roughly, yes.
right. One thing you just said you went back 30 seconds early based on the timestamps when you observed.
Correct, just roughly within that period.
Right. So my question was, and I'm not criticizing your methodology, you said, if the floodlight turned on less than 30 seconds in actual time after the shot was heard on the 6200 Hollywood Boulevard video, that means that if you went back 30 seconds, that would be a little too far, right?
Could be, yes.
With regard to the 6200 Hollywood Boulevard video, you extracted 3 sets of videos from 3 different cameras maintained by the residents at that location.
Correct, that was correct.
In your understanding, those cameras run in actual time.
Yes, live.
But each camera, I think we've already discussed this last time we were here the other day. In fact, each camera is off from actual time by a different amount, between 2 to 3 minutes.
I'm not sure if the second camera was on.
Check that at mid-60, yes.
What's the schedule? Go over it with Mr. Steele.
They won't approach, we do that.
All right, I need to be on the record.
Man, they always taking damn breaks, man. See this shit? They already got into the damn breaks already. They can't never agree up on shit. Always taking damn breaks, man. That's what I'm saying. Let me go ahead and get this trial over with, man. If y'all on Twitch, I was trying to get my feedback on Twitch, man. Something wrong with my feed on feedback, y'all. Damn, this trial should never even been there, man. This trial should never even been there, man. We need to get some laws about this shit. You hear echo, my bad. Listen, this is abuse of power. There's definitely wrong with this. Let's see where we at. Let's break. No, don't be that long. They just started.
You know the best way to grow on YouTube is by
Ads,
posting
man. My
consistent,
bad.
good content.
Ads.
Here's how I
Shit. Didn't say do that. Not say do that.
accomplish that easily with Spotter Studio. Spotter Studio is an AI software built to help YouTubers come
Shout
up
out
with
to
video
Spotter
ideas,
Studio.
titles, and
You see that?
Yes,
Low light on?
correct.
I'm sorry?
Yes,
Okay. And it says 10:17:26.
it does.
And how many seconds faster than, how many seconds later from 10:17:17 is that?
9 seconds.
9 seconds. Yeah, how many seconds right off the clock?
8.
So that's something's wrong there, right?
Yes, I mean,
Okay.
whether or not it would stop right at 8:29, I don't understand.
Well, okay. The clock says, check. So it's 10:17:26 seconds, which is 9 seconds after 10:17:17 seconds. But the video only ran 8 seconds. You can see that, correct? And the floodlight is back on, right?
That's correct.
So this would indicate, at least here, that the video is about 1 second past here.
Could be within 1 second, correct.
Yeah. And given that, it's fair to say that the shot heard of 16:16 Beast Del Mar should have been about a second later than shown in the sequence surveillance video, right?
It's certainly not my area of expertise as far as the way sound travels and light travels and how they travel at different speeds. That would be within my expertise. But that's correct.
Okay, that's correct. Okay. You put this together, the sequence surveillance video, right? Who did?
I believe it was somebody just straight off.
Okay. Off of this stuff now, just 2 more minutes, and we're done. Now you. We earlier testified about the police officers who arrived at the scene on November 6th, 2021. Remember those 7 officers?
Yes, I do.
They were there for approximately 20 minutes, more or less.
I think more or less.
20 minutes, yes. Okay. And one last thing, you submitted, I guess in January of 2024, evidence to the ballistics lab for testing in this case, right?
Thereabouts, yes.
And the testing was done, oh, I'm sorry, it was done it was submitted in December of 2023, right?
I believe that's
I
right.
could just refresh.
I believe when the return came back, it was the date when it was submitted.
You're right. Just take a look, sure. On the same page.
Yes, sir.
So that report was, I guess, finalized in January 8th, 2024.
That's correct.
And that was given back to you, this report.
Yes, it was submitted to myself and one of my partners.
But yet, that report was not given to the district attorney until about 2 weeks ago, for the first time, correct?
Yes, that's my understanding.
Over a year since the report was given back to you or one of the parties.
Correct, that's my understanding, yes. I believe it had been given, but I could be in here, correct.
Well, obviously, the district attorney represented they got it the first time 2 weeks ago.
Correct.
The DA, was the DA even informed of its existence? Do you know?
I'm sorry, look, my
Yeah, this one is maybe 3-2, yeah, 74-7. Just a-
That's it. Okay, thank you for your time.
Is there a motion to strike whatever answer was given? I don't know whether an answer.
I don't think you gave an answer.
The question is stricken, and if there was an answer, that's stricken as well.
So the
Mr.
last question, correct?
The last question? Yes. Okay. Thanks. So, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
DA be crying, bro. I heard he was at a client that he convicted White House vacationing in Florida, allegedly.
Detective, when you were testifying, I
The
believe
DA
that was
right
on Tuesday, you were asked questions about the length of fingerprint examination of the fire cartridge cases in this case. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Versus Widow.
And as a detective, you said you have almost 30 years of experience as a
Just the
police officer.
recall.
Just the past 29 numbers.
Okay, if I round you up 1 year, we call it just approximately 30 years. I appreciate it. Fair. Okay. Do you have an understanding of what could potentially impact whether or not you would find a fingerprint on any kind of object?
Yes.
What are some of the factors that you're aware of?
Time in which it was processed, the exposure to the elements, rain, water, foot traffic, cars, depending on where it's at, wind, other weather events. I mean, anything.
Man, you see how he be burden shifting? You see how he be burden shifting?
Going through the area we're touching, vehicles. I mean, it just depends on where the item is going to be processed with conditions it's found in and how long it's exposed to conditions.
What about temperature? Is that one of the things that would be potentially affected?
Yes.
Would exposure of a fingerprint to something of high temperature potentially impact whether or not it's able to be located?
I think so.
Do not pay somebody to build you a Shopify store, because I'm going to do it free with 20 handpicked products by myself and my expert team and professionally written ad copy for all of those products at no charge. And if you don't believe me, I dare you to click on this ad, go to the next page, and see if I ask you.
Damn. I might have to get.
You also said that you've had extensive experience firing firearms throughout your law enforcement career, right?
Yes.
When a gun discharges a fire cartridge casing, when the person comes out of a gun, is it hot?
On a semi-automatic specifically, when it ejects the cartridges, just from personal experience, I've had them land on me. When we looked, police academy to shoot a qualified, we're going to times cases are ejected as the next person next to you is firing. So I've many times felt that the casing landed in my neck or in my collar area. They're hot.
In your nearly 30 years of experience, the 29 years of experience as a police officer, can you personally recall any cases of yours where fingerprints were developed from a fire cartridge case?
None that I think of.
And you said you've worked on homicide cases, correct?
Yes, sir.
A fair number of those involve.
Watch how he burden shift.
A good majority, yes.
Can you give the jury any idea of how many cases you've handled over your career?
I mean, between homicide cases or cases involving firearms, as the lead investigators or assisting in investigations, probably to date, I would say probably in excess of 2,000 cases I've assisted or led.
You were asked similar questions about DNA evidence potentially on the fire cartridge case, correct?
Yes.
And based on your background and experience, do you have any idea of things that could impact whether or not DNA is present on an item?
I mean, along the same lines as fingerprints, exposure to the elements of contamination, anything from human contamination, vehicle, wherever it's exposed to, weather.
Could temperature also potentially factor as well?
Yes.
In your almost 30 years experience as a police officer, can you personally recall any cases where DNA was developed on a fire cartridge case in one of your cases?
Not that I can think of.
After the cartridge cases are booked, in your experience as a police officer, can they be made available to the defense if the defense wants to conduct their own independent?
Man, you got he burden shifted to my available to the defense.
In this case, could the defense have done their own DNA testing?
Yes.
Hold up, man. You see how he try to burden shift? Oh, could the defense do it? No, the defense don't. It's your case to prove. The defense don't got to say shit. Burden shifting. This should be against the law for the prosecutors to try to burden shift. But it's not to do that. I don't like that at all. I do not like that at all. It's my shit delayed.
On cross-examination, you were specifically asked if you observed any video of Mr. Efron returning to the crime scene the night of this incident. Was there any video in this case that you ever had possession of that was captured after 11:20 p.m., capturing specifically that intersection of Mrs. Del Mar and Selma?
No.
I want you to assume, for purposes of a hypothetical, that victim in a case returns to a crime scene at 11:45 p.m. Would the video that you recovered that only goes to 11:20, would that video have shown that person's presence at the scene?
No, no.
You were also asked about Mr. Efron's girlfriend returning to the scene. So in the same hypothetical that she came back with that individual at 11:20, would the video that you collected in this case, would it even show her?
At 11:20?
Sorry, if she returned with Mr. Efron at 11:45, the video that only goes up to 11:20 show her?
No.
Okay.
Objection, Your Honor. This is the fact I evidence. It just means that they didn't have the video.
No speaking objections. Overruled.
Okay. On cross-examination.
No, stop. No editorializing by anybody. Ask another question. Mr. Zimmer.
Just one more, kind of organization.
The judge definitely tired of this shit.
In cross-examination, Mr. Factina asked you questions about your prior testimony at the preliminary hearing, and specifically read you a passage regarding whether or not you asked Mr. Efron if he had firearms back in November of 2021. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Okay.
You lied.
Prior to that,
The victim lied.
were you asked,
Page one.
page 269,
Which volume?
5,
Which volume?
volume 2, Your Honor.
2.
2, yes.
And which? Repeat the page, please.
269. I'm gonna first go with 5 to 11, Your Honor.
Why don't you own an apartment building? And I'm serious right now. Let me show you a path that could change your life, your financial future. My name is Tyler Devereaux, and I'm going to show a sneak peek right now of some of the game-changing strategies with you that I...
Don't listen to that shit. That's not my, I don't know, they ain't paying me for that. Listen, don't pay attention to that. That's my bad. When I get on, I be able to pull the ad-free channel. I'm fucking with you. But I'm not over this shit. The man should be free.
And specifically read you a passage regarding whether or not you asked Mr. Efron if he had firearms back in November of 2021. Do you recall that? Answer yes. Question, you testimony prior to that, were you asked? Do you have a patient?
All right, what was the next question you were going to ask?
If you read the question he was asked on line 5, you go through and answer it.
That's not prior inconsistent statement from what you said. Your question was, did he ask Efron? That's not what this question asked.
No, I wasn't offering as a prior inconsistent statement.
Why don't you just ask the same question that you asked the preliminary?
Did you ever look to see what firearms were registered to Mr. Efron?
Yes.
At the time of the incident, November 2021?
Yes.
And what did you discover when you searched for any guns that would be registered to that time?
You did find any firearms registered to Mr. Efron.
Okay. Okay. In your nearly 30 years of experience in law enforcement, have you ever conducted an interview with a significant witness in a case and either not recorded your interview or not taken notes and not written a report?
No, no, they're calling it.
As an investigator, can you tell the jury why you either record your interviews or take notes and then write a report immediately following your interviews?
Like to record it's 100% accurate. The reports are done generally for our purposes as a summary, kind of as a refresher. So identify key points that were made during the interview. But again, my preference has always been to record because that's obviously 100% accurate.
Would you ever interview a witness and not record the interview, or not write a report or not taking notes of that interview in your experience as an investigator?
Objection on relevance, what you would or would not.
Maybe not. Well, the first question is a significant witness. Now you're asking any witness.
Okay, I
So, any witness, that question is irrelevant. The answer would be irrelevant.
Sure. Imagine a scenario where you interview somebody months prior. Hypothetically, you do not record this interview, you do not write a report, and you do not take any notes. Then months later, you go back and try to summarize what that witness told you. Is that something and that witness is a significant witness in your case? That you're
You hit a burden shifting.
A trained police officer such as yourself would ever do.
Objection on total speculation.
Speculation.
I mean, it's just not
Okay.
accurate. Again, my preference would be to record it, just so it's 100% accurate, so on that bring out a summary.
Okay, in addition to going off of the summary, if you recorded your interviews in a case, are those also given to the district attorney?
Yes.
Or would those also be given to the defense?
Yes, no.
Would anyone involved in the case then have the opportunity to hear verbatim what questions you asked and what the answers were verbatim?
Correct.
Likewise, if you record your interviews, you said after you conduct an interview that you will summarize your interview in a police report, correct?
Yes. Typically, in the police report is part of the case. Yes.
In this case specifically, did you speak to Mr. Efron the day that you were assigned to this case?
Yes, on the November 9th, 2021. Yes.
And did you record your interview with him in any way?
Yes, I was recording, but it recorded myself, Detective Monson, Detective Menifee.
Understood. But when you say it was recorded, was it an audio recording?
That was an audio recording because it was a telephonic interview.
And did the audio recording capture your voice and his voice?
It did.
Okay. When you later went back and, or not you, or when your partner, I believe you said, went back and summarized that interview, summarized it into a report, correct?
Correct.
And I believe that you testified that there were a few sentences in the report that had some inaccuracies, correct?
That's correct.
But that was an inaccuracies in the report, not, those were not things that Mr. Efron said in the report.
Man,
Were those inaccuracies in the report, or were those things that Mr. Efron said in the report?
They were
it's
inaccuracies.
part of the state.
Sorry.
It's not the defense fault.
I believe you were specifically asked about whether after the shooting, Mr. Efron contacted an attorney before he returned to the scene to recover the gun casings located at Selma and Mr. Delmont. You recall that?
Yes.
And did Mr. Efron ever make that statement to you that he did things in that order?
That is not my recollection.
If Mr. Efron testified that he first collected the cartridge cases and then he contacted an attorney, did he ever tell you anything directly contradictory to that?
I'm sorry,
Yeah. If Mr. Efron testified that he first went to the scene and collected the cartridge cases and he contacted an attorney at some point after that, did he ever say anything to you that was different from that word?
No.
How many sales calls could you book if you sent 50,000 cold emails per month? My man Alex booked 200 calls in a single month for his cold call agency. My man Anthony booked 168 calls.
I believe you were also asked about the line
My
about
bad,
Bill
my
report,
bad.
which was that
My bad.
Mr. Efron said that Bill's had a knife. You recall that?
Yes.
Did Mr. Efron ever make that statement to you?
No.
Was that just an inaccuracy in the summary of the report?
That's correct. It was inaccurate.
When you were also asked if you, that essentially you knew that there was that inaccuracy in the report prior to your testimony today, correct?
Correct.
And you were asked if you ever went back to correct that police report, correct?
Correct.
Did you testify under oath at a prior hearing in November 2023 at the preliminary hearing to that inaccuracy?
Yes, sir.
So did you tell the court, the DA, and the defense that that line in your report that Bill's had a knife was not correct?
That's correct.
Has Mr. Efron ever identified anybody else other than Mr. Phillips, who we could call him ASAP 12B, as the person with the knife outside of the parking lot?
Yep.
On cross-examination, a little bit on Tuesday and into today, mostly on Tuesday, you were asked about whether you reviewed individual videos, and based upon those individual videos, you could tell certain characteristics of the gun. Do you recall that?
Yes.
When you review evidence to determine something like whether a gun is operable, if you have multiple videos, do you view those videos individually to make that determination, or do you view them collectively to make that determination?
Collectively, obviously. Individually, those events as a whole, and obviously trying to put them in sequence of events. Collectively.
Okay. And I believe you said when you reviewed the video from the parking structure, that individual video, you couldn't say it was an operable gun, correct?
Correct.
But when you review the video collectively, is it your belief that the gun that we see in the defendant's hand was operable?
Objection to the
When you viewed the videos collectively, what was your opinion regarding whether the gun was operational?
It was an operational environment.
How did you come to that determination?
I mean, in the totality of circumstances, the first view of the weapon, followed by the second view of the reaction to the incident, as the four individuals in the distance and the cameras were scrambling, as you can see that some things going on, in conjunction with the sound of the shots heard from the other camera, and then the fluidity of everybody running through the cameras over to El Centro. That along the lines with the information provided by Mr. Efron, that was my opinion, that it was an operable firearm and that shots had been fired.
Okay. When you reviewed the sequenced surveillance video, were you reviewing whether or not they were sequenced? What were you using to determine whether they were sequenced accurately?
Totality just the movements of the individuals in the cameras, again, along with pieces of lights. That a lot of it has to do just with the sequence of events, walking around from one side to the next, and just kind of following the individuals in the video, and obviously in conjunction with the sound. So it sounds more difficult than it is, but it's just kind of collectively putting it all together and watching it.
Okay, from what you were just describing, it sounds like you were using audio and visual cues in the videos, correct?
Yes.
Did you specifically use the timestamps in order to determine if they were sequenced correctly?
No, not exactly. Obviously, I understand from collecting a lot of videos, in a lot of cases, that individual surveillance cameras systems are all different, and they all can be off by seconds, hours, depending on how they're maintained and kept and updated. So again, a lot of it has to do with just kind of finding certain markers within whatever crime we're looking for at the time to try to kind of establish what happened when you're dealing with more than one camera that captures different points of view from different areas.
Okay, when you collect the video in your cases and you're checking the timestamps for accuracy, are you checking it down to the fraction of a second?
I mean, it's captured, and we take that into account and try to determine how far off it may have been. Again, the other factors include the actual maintenance of it, which is updated when it's in service.
But to the fraction of a second, that's what you're checking, or are you checking minutes, hours, and
Generally checking minutes, hours, and events captured that coincide with other markers that we do have, whether it's in the camera or a witness or something else that kind of puts us in that right time frame that we're looking for.
As to the videos from the residents on Del Mar that wouldn't have the audio, council kept using the word rewind. Were those physical tapes that you or your partners collected, or was that digital video?
The camera from 6200 residential is all digital.
Were any of the surveillance cameras in this case captured on manual analog tape, or were they all digital recording?
Not all of the computers digital.
Okay.
Transform your newsletter into its very own mobile app.
At the beginning of his questions of you, Mr. Takatina asked you about whether or not you had spoken to 12. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Do you know for a fact that 12 to this day still refuses to be interviewed by law enforcement?
Objection, that's just a fact, not sustained, because it's
No speaking objections. The objection to stay. Ask another question.
To this day, have you been able to interview 12?
No.
Have you ever been present when 12 was asked if he would agree to an interview?
Yes.
And what was his answer when asked if he would agree to an interview by law enforcement?
No.
Burden shift.
Similarly, you were asked about whether or not you talked to Mr. Levin. Did you have any indication that before January 20th of 2025,
Burden shifting again.
for jury selection, that Mr. Levin had any role in this case?
No, not any direct role.
Once you were made aware of that you could possibly
Hold on, man.
have anything to say,
Man, burden shift.
did you take any efforts to try to interview them or talk to them?
Yes.
He keep burden shifting like a motherfucker. I don't know what the man do. This is what you call burden shifting. I'm telling you.
Were you successful in those efforts?
No.
Have you been present when Mr. Levin was also present and asked if he would specifically agree to be interviewed by law enforcement?
Yes.
And what was his answer to that question?
No.
As to both 12B and Mr. Levin, did those questions as to whether or not they would agree to an interview with law enforcement, did those occur in this courtroom?
Yes.
Did you or your partners attempt to speak to Mr. Mayor today?
Yes.
And were you or your partners successful in that effort?
No.
All right, I don't know.
Second, that's just briefly. Okay, we're almost done.
It's the recross of the recross of the recross.
Most of inaccuracies on fairly significant issues in your reports.
The question is argumentative.
in itself, it's stated access not limited. So, okay.
There you go, crying again. The DA crying again. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
I don't believe that the questions are there.
You assume facts not evidence.
Thank you,
The question you read back. Read the question back.
Technically, almost done. You were asked a bunch of questions by Mr. Prislovic just now about a host of inaccuracies on fairly significant issues in your reports.
Okay. You asked questions about, let's generalize first, inaccuracies in news reports, right?
Correct.
Okay. One of those, for example, were who had the knife, right?
Yes.
That's a significant issue, isn't it?
Yes, the report, yes.
One was whether Mr. Efron was instructed by his attorney to go back to the scene and pick up the shell casings or not. That's a significant issue, isn't it?
Correct.
Okay. And those two issues in the reports were inaccurate, correct? According to you.
Yes.
And those could have been corrected at some point, right?
Yes, they do.
They never were, were
I mean, as far as generating a new report, other than what's been explained in court, no.
they? Right. So the reports today are still inaccurate on those issues.
Correct.
You asked about one of the things. Let's start with this. So you asked if you would agree to interview, if Carl would agree to interview by you, and you said he said no, he wouldn't. Are you referring to correct?
Yes.
Are you referring to 2 weeks ago in court here?
Yes.
Is that the first time you tried to interview him?
Yes.
So in January of 2025 is the first time you tried to interview 12 about an incident that occurred in November 6th of 2021. Correct?
Correct. Me personally, yes.
How about anyone else in the police force?
Yes. No, no, me personally, correct.
Now, we then asked questions about whether the firearm was operational. Remember those questions just now?
Yes, sir.
You testified already on cross-examination that the video from the garage, because we can't indicate that's an operational firearm or not, correct?
Correct.
You testified on Tuesday that the video from 1616 Visa Del Mar, from that video you said that video alone there's no evidence of a shooting, correct?
That video alone.
Correct. But then you said the totality of the circumstances lead you to believe that the firearm was operational. Remember just now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the totality of the circumstances relate to testimony.
The physical evidence, the video, collectively, yes.
Well, the video you just said both videos don't add to the fact that it's operational or not.
Collectively, it's as a whole, not the two that you decided, but the entirety of all videos involved, yes.
Well, which video shows you the firearm is operational?
Sir, you put it together with the sound, with the sequence of events, along with the physical evidence and the statement from Mr. Efron. That is just my opinion, that it is operational, and that's why I believe it.
Well, take out Mr. Efron for 1 second, because he's the one who covered shell casings, right?
Yes.
And he's the one who gives you the narrative on that video that you can't tell what happened. 1616.
Correct, I mean, he provides narrative, the sequence of events, the initial encounter of the gun that was displayed to him, what he believed to be a gun.
All right.
Whether it's operational or not at that point, I can't tell you. But the sequence of events as they evolved to Selma and Vista Del Mar, the cameras there, the incident took place as far as what I can describe as a scramble during obviously the events that occurred there that Mr. Efron described as being shot at was consistent in conjunction with the audio from the cameras. Again, this is just what I really have when I'm trying to rationalize and give my opinion as to why I believe it is. Again, I was fired.
I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
Take Mr. Relli from Mr. Relli. Mr. Efron out of the equation per se.
Okay.
Take him out of the equation. You don't have Mr. Efron. And therefore, the shell cases that he wrote, which we talked about, the issues with that on Tuesday.
Security is everyone's job, but the current security toolset has not been built
without Mr. Efron and his narrative or version of events. With those two videos that you said independently you cannot tell it's not a firearm, and the second video, you said, okay, see, there is a firearm.
Same problem hypothetical which relies on evidence. If the answer here, then what was evidence? Objections.
You want to use that to respond?
No.
Okay, okay.
Taking something out of the equation then makes it hypothetically irrelevant. So that's another question.
Is your conclusion based on the fact that Reilli's narrative is truthful?
It is consistent up to the point that what he described occurred, based on what I've been able to see in connection with the physical evidence that has been provided.
So let me break it down this way. Video 1 alone, you don't know if there's a gun. Correct. Video 2, that's 1660 still more. So what? You don't even know if there's a gun on in Facebook video.
Specifically, just looking at that without looking at anything else, no.
You then hear sounds that appear to be a shot. That's all right. Correct. Aside from the gun, what else do you make those sounds? Not with the gun, I should say.
The sound that I heard on the camera. I mean, a firearm, some kind of weapon of firearm potentially, but distinct sound of firearm. Then again, my belief was firearm.
Right. Thank you.
Mr. Phillips, anything? Would you agree that you don't need Mr. Efron's truthful testimony in order to determine that a shooting occurred?
The question was asked.
Go to other recalls.
That's your question.
Recalls.
Would you agree you don't need Mr. Efron's truthful testimony in order to determine that a shooting occurred at that location?
That's so getting out the equation. That's the one. Who's leading? The leading is the leading.
Yeah, the court's ruling regarding more cheating objections.
Stating my words.
Those are not move around for speech.
Leading,
Read the question again.
Would you agree you don't need Mr. Efron's truthful testimony in order to determine that a shooting occurred at that location?
It would be a proper question if the question ended with occurred. But when you say at that location, then I believe that costs particular.
Would you agree you don't need Mr. Efron's truthful testimony to establish a shooting occurred?
Yes.
I do not. So without Mr. Efron's truthful testimony, what leads you to believe shooting without Mr. Efron's truthful testimony? So I guess it's now out of the question. What leads you to believe? What would lead you to believe shooting occurred?
Again, just looking at the video, the first incident against this way, he obviously follows through with, he's scrambled, I think that's described.
That's not.
You need to answer questions. Ask questions. You ask questions.
Okay, so
Again, just it's looking at everything in combination, even without Mr. Efron's statement. If I were an investigating officer just responding to investigate a shooting scene where maybe there was some evidence found and establishing what had occurred without a potential witness, would be obviously look at the same video, listen to the same sound of gunfire. Again, it's just factors that would be known at the time. But it would still lead to believe that there had been some actual shooting short of a recording witness being present. I would still believe that.
okay. So you first cited the fact that gun was displayed. That's the first thing you just said, right?
Correct.
Which you already told the jury. The gun that was displayed, the only time you can see that in any video was the parking garage video.
Correct.
You already told the jury. By that video, you can't tell the top, right?
Correct. It was not fired at that point.
Well, you also said the sound could also have been made by a non-operable firearm. You just said that.
Again, it's in the realm of possibilities. From what I've heard, again, based on the sound, again, this is just my opinion, my expertise, and my experience. I believe it to be a firearm.
You also heard, you hear when the police officers body cam from the scene was played, right?
Yes, sir.
And you heard the police officer say there's no evidence of shooting here. You heard that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Flores. You can step down.
My next witness is Mr. Reilli. It is.
It's another recross, another recross. There's so many recrosses. I never seen nothing like this. They trying to make this police officer a firearm expert. Look at Rocky smiling. You know that's all bullshit.
If you're thinking about buying or selling a house anywhere in or around Charlotte metro area, including the blue areas on this map.
But we ain't gonna listen to that. Do not listen to that. I don't know what he talking about. They want to pay me, then they can inbox me. They just feel me. TV.
Just raise your right hand for us, please. Thank you. You solemnly state that the testimony you may give is the cause not living before this court. To the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help God. I do. Please take a seat and wait. Stand there. Okay. You can state or cite your name for the record.
My name is Fadil Dirano. First name F-A-D-I-L.
How you doing?
Last name B-I-R-A-I-M-A-H.
Thank you. So can you tell the jury who you work for?
Yes, for the Los Angeles Police Department Forensic Science Division.
And how long have you worked for LAPD?
Just shy of 20 years.
Are you a police officer?
No.
Where do you work within LP?
So I'm a civilian employee. I'm a criminalist employed at the forensic science division, essentially the crime lab.
Is the laboratory that you work in a criminal lab?
It is.
And what's your job title of the laboratory?
I'm a criminalist 3.
How long specifically have you been a criminalist
For 19 years, almost.
The entire time?
Yes.
What unit are you currently assigned within the lab?
Within the lab, I've actually just recently been assigned to the toxicology unit. It's a very recent assignment. I've been in firearms for about 20 years prior to that.
Okay. You say very recent. When was that transfer made?
January 13th.
Of this year?
Yes.
Okay. Your entire time before that, you said you worked in the firearm analysis unit?
Correct.
Okay. Can you give the jury just a broad idea of what your job duties entail when you work in the firearm analysis unit?
So a criminalist in the firearms unit, we are primarily trained to perform work within the laboratory. That's where we spend most of our time. We perform the analysis of firearms and firearm-related evidence. This is the type of analysis that's commonly referred to as ballistic comparison. We call it firearm identification. In addition to this, we respond to the field in order to process crime scenes, particularly shooting scenes and officer-involved shootings are our main field obligations. We generate reports regarding these analyses and testify about them in court.
When you're specifically analyzing firearms and firearm-related components, can you give the jury an idea of what some of those items are that you're looking at?
Yes, so we are trained in the operation and structure of a wide range of different firearms. A firearm for us is a device that propels.
Man, I wish I could sit right here and watch the bullshit, child. We're gonna have to do part 2.
But firearms, which actually fire live cartridges or ammunition, during the discharge process, they will actually cause marks
this
to
is
be
just
onto those.
whole bunch of babble. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell you how this is gonna play out. He gonna tell you how to shoot a firearm, what a firearm consists of. The prosecutor trying to match these bullets to bullets down there. It's not even the same bullets. It's a Luger, but everybody know 9mm can shoot any kind of bullet. You got Smith & Wessons, you got Lugers, you got Glocks, you got these kind of companies to make bullets. Smith & Wesson, you got all kinds of bullets, bro. Like they trying to match the manager. The manager got a clip. He says this is his clip to a Luger clip, but this kid, and they raided this house like what, 6 months later, like, and all the guns arrested. Everybody got arrested gun, but the dude Relli. You know what I'm saying? That's the crazy part about the situation. He the only one that's illegal. He the only one that's toting the legal. He the only one starting shit, running around talking about what you gonna do to somebody else. You gonna run up on him, then he put a thing, he put it on you, then you go follow him for 2 blocks, like daring him to do something. Who follows a man who they know got a gun? They ain't got no gun. That's somebody who willing to die. But like, oh, okay, if I die, my people will get paid. That dude was on some crash out time. They call that F by suicide, by cop. I mean, if you know what I'm saying, Facebook, YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying. But that's this type of time is on. I mean, but I'm ready for the defense side. I'm watching all these. They don't even have the gun, so he basically like, yo, this was fired. We know it was fired 2 spent cell cases, but where it come from? Oh, the DNA. Oh, what DNA would come from? Heat exposure, temperature exposure. Do you realize this is your case? It's not the defense case. Quit deferring. That's burden shifting. Do your job. I listen. This dude, like, this allegedly, but they say he tried a man, what, Eric Dirk, some rich dude, and he died in prison. He convicted him. This prosecutor right here, he convicted him of murder, but somehow him and his daughter end up at the widow's vacation home. But he said the dude was long dead before he went there, but the dude actually was still alive allegedly. So don't quote me on this, but this is what's going on through the. So I just hate overzealous prosecutors. Like, this is just ridiculous. This case should never happen. But yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and be well. We out of here. I can't watch this no more. Y'all be blessed tonight. And I shout out to y'all. I love y'all. Appreciate it. Make sure y'all listen. Come over to my YouTube and subscribe for me. If you really mess with me, I'm gonna keep this contact rolling. And I'm always up. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go to work, but I got things to do. We've been on here well. This is the second hour I've been here tonight. Go check out my 50 Cent Big Meech and Rollo. Let's segment I just had. For filming, we out of here, man. I got to go. I can't even do no outro. Psych, I got to do the outro. Y'all good to me, so I'm gonna do the outro. I know y'all love to hear that music, you know what I'm saying? Watch who you keep around, you know what I'm saying? We know what's up. We know what's up.
Let go.
Thank you. We out of here.
I don't need love. I need loyalty. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need love. I need loyalty. Be damn, I sit back, laying everybody just fuck over me. I don't need love. I need loyalty. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need love. I need loyalty. Be damn, I sit back, laying everybody just fuck over me. Glad ain't on my ass. Down to my last, bitches leave fast. Better watch the circle. Niggas count your bag. Niggas want your spot. Fraud is fucked up. They name me for the fucking type of fool with the wrist game. Spit fire, drawing symbols in the same. Leave behind shit stains. Grew up ripping grain, so I don't need love. They can get you killed by your own niggas, sad to say. But I don't need love. I need loyalty. I don't need it, I don't need it, I don't need it. I don't need love. I need loyalty. Be damn, I sit back, laying everybody just fuck over me. I don't need love. I need loyalty. I don't need it, I don't need it, I don't need it. I don't need love. I need loyalty. Be damn, I sit back, laying everybody just fuck over me. I don't need love. I need hard work. Put so much weight, make my damn arms hurt. Whipping dope with one hand, arm looking like Popeye. Cooking on the stove, I got one eye. See the fake love through my third eye. Head above water, hand busy saying, nigga go harder. And watch who you keep around, you know they wanna see you down. Money won't change you, just the people that's around. Watch what I say, I don't need love, I need loyalty. I don't need it, I don't need it, I don't need it. I don't need love, I need loyalty. Be damn, I sit back, laying everybody just fuck over me. I don't need love, I need loyalty. I don't need it, I don't need it, I don't need it. I don't need love, I need loyalty. Be damn, I sit back, laying everybody just fuck over me.
Yeah, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share, and be well. We always gonna take it there. It's your favorite, your host with the most. It's boy Neutron the Don, man. I appreciate y'all, man. We love y'all here. You feel me? TV. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and support me on Instagram, X, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. And I was so appreciate y'all subscribing on my YouTube. Run me up. I'm almost at 199. Give me the 200. Let's get me in the 500. Whatever y'all feel like I should be, we shall be. And we shall see. You feel me? TV, we out of here. Appreciate y'all.